Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, sa latest update ng Philippine Statistics, the government 6.9.
6.2 ang growth. In fact, we are happy nga ang
For the
economic
fourth
managers
quarter. Pero overall, sir, for the entire year, 6.2. Ang target ng government is 6.5 to 6.9. So we missed our target for 2018.
That was because of the inflation. Yung inflation rate ang naging problema. Yun ang sinasabi din ng economic managers.
It's not a concern na hindi natin nakuha.
You always have a concern when you don't reach a certain target. But you work so that you can reach it the next time.
Yung nakuha namin, do you consider it as mataas or mababa compared to the previous?
Ko, okay yun. Definitely okay na yun considering the circumstances surrounding the economy.
What could be improved, sir, para ma-hit natin yung target natin next time?
We will have to ask the economic managers. That's their turf.
May follow-up, Bernadette?
Hi, Spooks.
Meron
Tanong ko
na.
lang po kung at least disappointed po yung Palace na na-miss natin yung growth target for the year po, sir, for 2018.
As I said earlier, pag may target ka at hindi mo nakuha, ano ka na? You feel that you're such a failure. You work harder but you can reach your target.
Okay, sir. Kasi yung nakuha po natin for 2018, it's the slowest in 3 years, sir. So, ano po bang...
Kasi tingin ko kung walang inflation rate na nagka-problema, mas mataas pa tayo sa target.
So, sir, confident po tayo next year na may hit na natin yung 7 to 8%
The
target
economic
po
managers
natin.
are very confident na we're in the right.
Considering na ganito nga po yung turnout po this 2018, sir.
Aba, maraming, di ba sinasabi nila na marami na tayong ginawa para neutralize natin yung mga adverse economic.
Like this
As you put
slower
it, the
performance.
best is yet to come.
Thank you, sir.
MPC questions?
Yes. Hi, sir. Paul. Sir, reaction lang po kasi kanina nag-attend po kami ng accomplishment report ng Bureau of Customs at nakapagtala po sila ng 592.8 billion na cost 2018.
Dito ang nakuha.
592.8 ang nakuha. Ang target is 584.8.
So more.
More.
Oh, that's very pleasing.
Sir, si former President expressed concern over Chinese workers, dumadami na daw sila dito sa Philippines and they're taking jobs that should be for Filipinos. What do you think of that?
Ito naman si dating presidente. Nung panahon mo If he's concerned, we will also be concerned. If his basis is correct.
But are you
What made by him or his group?
sa
Where did he
construction,
get the information?
sa construction industry daw, sir, instead of yung mga slots for Filipinos, mga Chinese workers pa daw ang bibigyan ng trabaho?
Let me tell you something. The other day, we were talking with the president. In fact, that was, I think, the first night of the wake of the late Henry C. Sr. And the family, especially Big Boy C, was, I think, mentioning something about their construction is delayed because we lack carpenters, welders, in other words, construction workers. And the president agreed. That's why he said, kaya sinabihan niya raw si TESDA na napaka-importante yung departamento mo kasi yan ang problema natin ngayon. We lack so many construction workers. Siguro that is why maraming Chinese na they lack the skill to teach them. And
So-
most likely, baka yung magandang project ng department ng TESDA.
So you agree, sir, na many Chinese workers are taking the jobs that should be for Filipinos?
Not that I agree. That is probably the reality ng maraming Chinese workers. Kasi hindi ko alam yung facts na yon until the other night. Although my personal experience is I've been looking for a carpenter for 6 months. Nakakuha lang ako after 6 months. No, from here. In other words, talagang wala. Pati welder, naghahanap din ako para doon sa aking gate. Wala rin ako makuha. Sabi ko, whatever happened to them? Kasi yung mga workers nga daw natin, nagpunta na sa abroad. So walang natira. Puro nasa abroad. Kaya may problema talaga tayo.
Another thing, sir, sinabi ni Pinoy, he quoted, yung strategic comprehensive cooperation between Philippines and China, it's disadvantageous to the country kasi it seems that the president is shelving the arbitral ruling to favor loans and investments from China.
No. Is that naman shelving the arbitral ruling? Sinasabi niya lang na it's impractical to enforce it. Nobody wants to enforce it. So rather other aspects. O hindi mo, but there will come a time na sabi lalabas ko yun. In fact, he told that to the president of China when we went there.
Raymond?
Sa GDP. Sir, ang sabi ng PSA, it's only 0.8 yung contribution ng sektor ng agrikultura sa GDP. Sa tingin nyo, parang, ano ang problema? Parang, hindi ba parang panahon na para medyo linisin yung Department of Agriculture at mapapalitan na yung mga pinuno doon? Kasi parang walang masyadong relevant or malaki-laki man lang na iambag ng sektor ng agrikultura samantalang we are an agricultural country.
Hindi naman siguro. According to Secretary Pinol, merong mga problema din sa niya ng paraan. So pagbayaan muna siguro natin. Sometimes you cannot do miracle
Sir,
work overnight.
example lang kasi sir yung nangyari, di ba, yung parang nagtapon na lang ng mga carrots and even dito sa Candaba yung mga melon, tinapon na lang nila because of the oversupply at bagsak na presyo. Parang walang ginawang intervention ng DA na pwede naman nilang they themselves could pick up yung mga overproduce at ibaba dito sa Metro Manila and other cities para win-win solution sa farmers at sa mga consumers. Walang ginawa si Secretary Piñol yata doon.
I don't know about that. I will have to ask Secretary Pinol. In fairness,
Please sir, kasi parang kaya nga evidently truck yung nasira ng mga carrots, itinapon na lang ng mga farmers doon dahil walang nangyaring parang assistance para maibaba na lang dito sa baba.
or better still, I will invite him on Monday.
Thank you sir, please.
Okay, RJ.
Hi, sir. Is it your first time to hear about the presence of Chinese workers in the country?
No, and binention yun na yan, several news briefings, di ba?
You didn't validate it with the Bureau of Immigration?
No, I did.
You were not surprised?
I'm not surprised because when I learned na walang maraming workers dito at marami din Chinese, I felt na kaya pala there are many
That they are
Chinese.
here?
If they came here, lawful means then I'm not alarmed.
Mhm.
I will be alarmed if they're here because they violated the law.
Mhm. Thank you.
Maricel Harili.
Hi sir, good morning. Sir,
Morning.
follow up lang dun sa mga Chinese workers. So, considering that you yourself said na medyo kinukulang tayo ng skilled workers, do you see failure on the part of TESDA? Bakit tayo medyo nagkakaroon ng shortage on skilled workers?
Not really naman. Kung halimbawa, suddenly we have 300,000 construction workers, bigla nagpuntahan lahat sa abroad. Ano naman kasalanan ng test na doon? TESDA has to do something about it. Pag na-realize nila na may problema na tayo doon. And then it has to do something, training people who have no jobs, no employment, para magkaroon, to fill up the vacuum. That is precisely why the president said, oh, your department is very important. Huh? In other words, may instruction na siya. Do something about it.
So where do you see the problem, sir? Where does the problem lie?
Well, I think the problem is, first, wala nga tayong mga construction workers na ngayon dahil nagpunta na sa abroad. Pangalawa, yung mga technical skills nitong mga umalis, hindi na ilipat sa mga pamangkin nila o sa mga kapitbahay nila. So, TESDA comes in. I think we should establish more technical schools all over the land.
FEC, may tanong pa? No more? Oh, Joseph.
Sir, sa third telco, no? There's a hearing now in the Senate, and it appears that yung misletal po yung franchise, according to Senator Dillon, is revoked because it failed to operate in the first year that it had its franchise. Sir, comment first.
What I know about that is they had an explanation for that. The lawyer of that company issued a press statement. I don't remember now, but they are disputing that claim.
Pero tama ba yun, sir, position na if you're granted from a theoretical point of view, if you're granted a franchise and you're not able to operate, your franchise is considered revoked from a legal standpoint?
If there is a provision that says that within so much time that you haven't, and then it's considered revoked.
Franchise grant, you mean?
Kasi for all you know, the franchise holder may transferred the operation sa ibang company and they're the ones using it. So technically, gumagalaw pa rin. The franchise is being used.
Kung halimbawa ang revoke, will this jeopardize yung efforts ng government to have a third telco player?
Kung walang franchise, kung walang franchise, how can they operate?
Yeah, so paano nga, sir?
O edi we'll look for another company that has a franchise. Hindi ba dami naman nag-bid? So I suppose we can always go, or these losing bidders can come in the event of a default of the winning bidder. Come again?
Regardless, sir, if the franchise holder is Dennis Uy? Sir, yung third telco is with Dennis Uy, right? And if they don't have a franchise, you're okay with finding another one?
Oh, definitely, because involved ang bansa naman natin. But as I said, from what I gathered from the lawyer of Dennis Uy, it's not true. They disputed that and they have documents to show that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, may last question. RJ?
Sir, does the president consider MNLF leader Nur Mizwari a threat to the success of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region? Does he?
Not really a threat. He considers Nur Mizwari as someone with his group can help in the end of the conflict in Mindanao. You must remember that Nur Mizwari is,
To the BOLs, how do you take that?
well, as we said earlier, but winning doesn't mean that they will go against the law.
But it's possible.
No, you know why? I talked with Sakurtan, and he said they want, just like Nur Mizwari, they want federalism better.
Mhm.
O ibig sabihin, if federalism is better, ibig sabihin, bangsa organic law is good. Kaya lang may better. So from that point, or from that argument, o hindi sila, pwede sila, they can play along.
Is planning to talk with Mr. Mizwari. So what issues does he plan
He wants
to?
what?
He wants to talk with Mr. Mizwari, right?
Yes,
On this matter. So what issues will he take up with him?
because Nur Miswari has mentioned or has certain ideas. I also talked to him and he said there are many ideas that I can contribute for the peace, prosperity, and progress of Mindanao. That's why I like to talk with the president. And I relate that to the president. And so the president is wanting or open to talking to him with respect to whatever suggestions he has. Well, you can always persuade people. Depende yan eh. If your idea is good enough, people will always be open to good ideas. Eh, kung hindi po pwede, hindi iba naman. Just like the president. President makes or introduces one idea or one method. If it
Thank you, sir.
Okay, last questions. Joyce? Last question na tayo kay Joyce? Or meron pa? Sige, Christine. Joyce muna.
Sir, the Senate has added provision budget for the TV project, raising national security concerns. How important po ba itong CCTV project with China?
was CCT.
Safe Philippines project. It's a 20 billion project to install security cameras in public places in Metro Manila and Davao City. So sabi ni Senate project, that's why they added
Bakit daw may security risk?
China.
Oo, ano naman kung China.
National security concerns or surveillance, public surveillance.
Eh, lahat naman yan eh. Well, siguro we understand the apprehensions of some senators. But necessarily, this government will not allow any security leaks. Hindi naman tayo papayag doon.
So wala tayong gagawin, sir, to ensure na matutuloy pa rin yung project despite the provision blocking the needed fund for the project.
No funds for the project? I thought you said it's in the budget.
Sir, they added a provision in the budget to block the funds needed for the project. So they're blocking the project.
And then,
Will he veto?
Maybe-
Sir? How important is the project ba for the president to decide to veto that?
that particular every project.
Okay. Christine?
But sir, do we have to review the project, sir?
Kanino bang project yun? Who proposed?
DILG, sir.
DILG?
And then rector is saying that NEDA is not providing them documents.
Who's not providing?
NEDA, sir.
The what? Who?
NEDA is not
NEDA?
providing them the documents because they asked for it in the Senate hearing.
O sige, I will ask NEDA on that and the ALG. Para we will have more intelligent discussion on this.
Do you, dun sa children ulit tayo, sir, ha?
Yung alin?
Dun sa children under mga delinquent children, you'd prefer that there is a provision in the bill that's been discussed now, or another law that will have that will specify responsibility or accountability on the parents' part?
Siguro in the present proposed bill, dapat
Provision.
nandito na yan. Hindi na ngayon yan.
Okay.
So I'll leave it to the wisdom. Since that is his idea, I'm sure he would.
Maraming salamat, MPC. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson
Thank you.
Salvador Panelo. Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.